why this is so hard today. Okay. All right, friends at home, here we go. We're ready. Finally, sorry, maybe not. I forgot to hook in my little clicker. That's my clicker thing. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for waiting for me. The struggle has been real the last 24 hours, let me tell you. Last night, I took a little road trip with my son all the way down to Beaver because we thought we were going to have to clean our condo before the renters come today. And we found a cleaner right as we got to Manderfield, which is like 10 minutes before Beaver. And we got off the freeway and we turned around and came right back home. So we got home about midnight. I'm a little scattered. When is that different? It never is. So welcome. Reminder to everybody at home and here, please turn off your phones. Remember that it's really hard for the people at home to hear anyway. So turn off your mouths, and all of you friends at home, turn off your microphone because we can hear you through the TV. So just a reminder of our pre-COVID manners, which we now have all forgotten. All right, let's talk about summer. Woohoo! It's officially summer if the temperature didn't tell you that like 3 weeks ago. Just a reminder that we have our pool party on July 30th. Let me turn that so they can see me. July 30th. That is for all of our agents to invite their family, their friends, their sphere of influence. Guaranteed Rate is helping us provide pizza for our guests. It is not too late to sign up if you want to sign up. Elisa, what did we're at about 125 a person for the pool party?
Last time it was like 105.
105. That includes the duck check. That includes the pizza. That includes the cotton candy.
It's not included cotton candy.
It does not include the cotton candy.
We have yet to find someone to sponsor it.
That's right. You guys, we need a sponsor for cotton candy. There we go. Okay, so it should be a lot of fun. So if you want to participate, call Elisa and she will get you on the list. We already have the invitations ready to go. Everything's done. Elisa killed it. She got it all done like in days. All right, just a reminder of our Make It a Year of listings. Just one more is all we're hoping for each of our agents to get one more listing than you got last year. As we know, getting listings right now means we get to control our paycheck way more than if we're representing buyers and driving them around to 50 houses and writing up dozens of offers. So let's focus on those listings. Along with that, here are 2 new listings. Michelle, you can tell us if these are under contract or not. This one is not. Okay, so this is listed by Brandon Keys in Provo, 480,000, 5 beds, 2 baths. Looks like a cute little historic home. So check that out on the MLS. And then also this one, I believe, is under contract just this morning. They got 35 offers.
Duplex.
Oh, this is a duplex.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's good to know. That's a much better price for a duplex. Yeah. Awesome. And then this listing from Adonis, she got 35 offers over the weekend. So that's disheartening.
It wasn't single family, was it?
I believe it is. Oh, no, not single family. It's a townhome condo. Yeah. And super cute. Really, really cute. So congratulations to Adonna on another listing under contract. Just a reminder that we have 2 new photographers that are working through Listing Concierge. So we have Adam Martinson and Kaizen Creative. So I am excited to get feedback on how they do, but these are included in the price of your Listing Concierge packet. If you do a Listing Concierge, you can also do upgrades through them separately. So if you do a Listing Concierge packet, their standard photography is included. If there are upgrades that you want, you don't have to necessarily upgrade the Listing Concierge packet. You can just upgrade the photography. So let's give these guys a shot and let's make sure that we're very clear with them on our expectations so they know what we're looking for. Because if we don't tell them, then we can't be mad when they don't do it.
Cindy tried, I believe
Kaizen, I think.
Yeah.
And
it's really good.
Okay.
But I didn't ask her about it.
It wasn't
Okay.
him, it was a worker.
Yeah, they're a company out of California, I think.
Did she tell you?
Is what John said.
Yeah, she's hard to please. But
If we can find someone that makes Cindy Pennington happy, I don't know if Cindy's on the call, but she has a high standard, so.
I love mine. She hates my photographer and I love him.
Yeah. So just a reminder, these guys are here. You can check out their websites, see some of their work. Okay, coming to our market today, Exclusive Look, which we've talked about for a really long time, is now available through Listing Concierge. So your Listing Concierge, prior to your listing going on the MLS, will be able to put it on Exclusive Look. Exclusive Look goes out to all of the company so that they can see it before we release it to the rest of the MLS. So they will go ahead and get that put together for you. That's a new part of the package. So I wanted to show you what that looks like. So when you place an order with Listing Concierge, they'll automatically add it to the Exclusive Look. And then the agent will get an email letting them know it's available, and they just have to give the approval for that to go out. If you don't want it to go out, you have to opt out. Okay. I don't know why you wouldn't want it to go out, but it's up to you and your seller. Okay. What I think is really cool, well, here are some numbers that talk about agents and teams who use Exclusive Look. And I was thinking about this last night. Oh, there's Cindy Pennington. We were talking about you. All good things. All good things. So I wondered, do I make 20% more because I use Exclusive Look? Do I make 40K more in my production because I used Exclusive Look? Do I get 2.56 more? Wait, what is that? Listings? 2.56 times more listings. Is Exclusive Look the sole reason that these agents' numbers are improved? And here's my take on it. Probably not. Exclusive Look just isn't going to automatically increase your numbers. But you know what? I think agents who use Exclusive Look are detail oriented. They are following through, and they are giving their seller every opportunity that they can possibly conceive of to get them top dollar for their house. And those are the agents who make more money, right? So if you're utilizing the tools and the resources and putting all these things into play, and now you don't even have to do this. You do not have to do this. You just let your Listing Concierge do it for you. Now, here's what it's going to look like to all of our people who go on Coldwell Banker Homes, which is one of the most searched websites for home searches. If you go in and look for Utah homes for sale, it's going to come up right along with Zillow and Trulia and Realtor.com. Coldwell Banker Homes is going to be right there. And this is what they're going to see right here where it says unlock 2 more listings. So it's telling our consumers, guess what? We have 2 exclusives in Ogden, Utah. And when they hit that button that says contact us, that lead goes to our agents. So that will go to you as the listing agent, that you can share that information with your clients. Okay. So I think it's a great way to pick up leads too. And that's what it will look like on Coldwell Banker Homes. So, and that's up and running right now. So if you put in a Listing Concierge order, let's get you your Exclusive Look up and running as well. A really cool tool that I think most of us have never used. It's called MarketQuest. I actually had the opportunity to use MarketQuest last week. It's one of the apps on your desk. And if you have somebody that calls you, so this is what happened to me last week. I have a really good friend in my neighborhood, and she has several investment properties. I'm out of breath today. I'm like running a marathon while I'm up here. She has several investment properties, and she wants to do some refinancing and moving money around and different things. So she called me and she said, I got a really bad appraisal from my bank, Leisha. I just really don't think that my house is worth this. And she said, can you tell me? And she had a very specific neighborhood down in Spanish Fork. And it's, you know, it's a townhome, twin home, condo community. So the appraisers are usually going to look for homes right in that specific area. There were no comparables within the last year. And as we know, last year at this time to this year, the prices in the market are very, very different. So what I was able to do was go into Market Trends. I clicked on Market Trends and I simply selected the town, the kind of property I wanted, and the price range. Because I knew from looking at comparables that it probably should be from here to here, right? And she was looking for information to take back to her bank and say, you need another appraisal. This isn't right. And I'm not even kidding you, in less than a minute, I put all my information in Market Trends. It's even easier than Prospect Square. And it printed me out 5 different graphs that showed the increase in prices in that specific area over the last year. You can go back a couple of years if you want, but it showed me the increase in prices. It gave me 5 different graphs. I could choose which ones I wanted to send to her. It's super, super easy. So I have never used this until the last couple of weeks, and they've been kind of educating us about it a little bit, but it is a really easy to use tool. So if you have somebody that calls you and says, can you tell me what the market's doing in our area? And maybe they don't want a full CMA. They're not asking you to come over and tell them what their house is worth, but they are just kind of wondering about the general market data like this friend was. This was a super, super easy way to share that with her. So market snapshot is what is outlined in the red, and it rolls out this week. So this will be an ad that you can use on your social media. And this is exactly how it will run. You'll be able to put in your parameters and it will come out looking just like this, ready for you to share on Instagram, ready for you to share on Facebook, on LinkedIn, any of those sources. And it's just an easy to use graphic. We know that we always share the MLS graphics, right? MLS is always pumping out data. Well, this is a way for you to share something that's branded as well with your information on it. So this is rolling out this week, and they are going to talk about it in the this month at Product for Agents. That will be one of the things that they train us on this week.
And it looks like level.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right in MarketQuest. So the same information that we use for this, you're going to be able to use to print out that information. So it'll be a really easy to read graphic that you can just put out there. Remember, these things are just touches, right? They're just reminders that you are part of the real estate industry and you're a professional. That's what we want. We want that top of mind awareness all the time. It's great, and we need to post the personal things and the fun things that we're doing, but we also need reminders that we're professionals in real estate. All right, this is a reminder as we roll out the summer months that we are all bound by the laws surrounding the do not call list. So if you go on to Desk, there is an app that will get you to the do not call list. You can put in a list of numbers, you can put in one number at a time and find out if the person that you're reaching out to is on the do not call list. Because here's why this is so important, because you are open to litigation. Even if you pick up the phone accidentally and call them and they're on the do not call list, if they're not your close friend or family, because I don't think they would come after you, but some random stranger might. And you are not protected under the Legal Claims Act if you are performing illegal activities. So if somebody came after you and said, I was on the do not call list, you shouldn't have called me, now you're in trouble and the company can't defend you, because if it's illegal or fraudulent, then it's not an activity that's covered under our legal claims. So just a reminder, the other reminder I wanted to give you is that on Cole Realty Resource, which is also on Desk, is where you can go and get lists of numbers for neighborhoods. I went in today, I pulled up my neighborhood just to see, and everyone who is on the do not call list is listed there on the Cole Realty Resource. So maybe you're making phone calls for an open house, for an event that you're having, maybe it's an area that you're farming. Pull up that do not call list or pull up Cole Realty Resource, and let's make sure that we're not in violation. We don't want anybody to get in trouble here. Any questions about that? Yes, ma'am.
So you still can knock on doors.
Yeah.
And so for the car that I no longer own, that car warranty that's about to expire, how do I mean, how do I get them in trouble for the fact that they
That's a
call
good
every
question.
day 12 times?
You know what? I don't know the answer to that, because guess what? I found out today on Cole Realty Resource, I'm not even on the do not call list. No wonder I get all those calls every day. Yeah, I would assume that you can just Google that and it'll probably, I'm sure it's some FCC
Do
thing.
it all the time.
Yeah,
It's like People Magazine, they make so much money they can get sued, like.
So
it
they
doesn't
just
matter.
It's worth the risk.
They're calling over and over.
yeah,
There's
probably.
those kind of companies get sued all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so far we don't have a do not knock list. Just those no soliciting signs, which they can't, I mean, there's no prosecuting of those no soliciting signs.
Tell you otherwise.
I always hear that no soliciting are the easy targets.
Yeah,
Those are the people who can't say no.
it's actually true. My husband, if there's somebody at the door, I'm like, go to the door, honey, go to the door. Because I can't do it, which you would think it would be flip-flopped at our house. I'm way meaner than my husband, but no. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you want to get on Cole Realty Resource, or you would like to see where the do not call list is, if you're not finding it, then let us know. We can help you find that. So this month at Product, this is for agents. This is different products that are in Desk every month. It's like a 30 to 45 minute rundown on how to use it. So this week, So this will be tomorrow. And this week we are going over Moxie Engage and Moxie websites. So these are new websites that they'll be opening up. Listing Concierge, they'll be talking about brochures as part of a partial self-service option. Market Quest, like we talked about, they'll show you how to make those little graphics. And then they'll talk about some changes to Transaction Manager, some enhancements and changes that are coming up. So that is tomorrow at noon, and we'll have it on here at the office if anybody wants to come watch it with us. All right, this is our awesome Ty Watson. Is Ty on the call? Okay, so we will just listen to Ty's update. For those of you who don't know, Ty is our rep with American Home Shield. American Home Shield is our home warranty partner.
Good morning, everyone. This is Ty with American Home Shield, and I'm super excited that this week is the week that our company has released us to visit offices and get back out in the field. So I'm going to be making my rounds periodically to the offices. If you have any needs for marketing materials, please let me know and I'll hand deliver them, either for the office or for yourself as agents. And as always, I'm here to be a resource for you and your clients, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Ty's awesome. So give her a call if you have any home warranty questions. She can help you compare different plans, tell you what the differences are, but she's a great resource. So we're really lucky to have her. All right, guaranteed rate. Who's up today? Teresa, come on down. You have to stand right here so our friends at home can see you.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Can you guys see me?
There we go. Michelle's our director.
Okay. Hi, everyone. For those of you who
Little
do
further
not,
this way.
a little further this way.
There you go.
For
Is that
those
better?
of you.
Now we can see this much or.
Oh, I'm too tall.
Oh, I'm
Here.
too short.
No, I'm too tall.
There we go.
There.
Really? Okay, good.
Maybe a little bit more down.
Down?
Up,
Up, up.
There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. Right there.
Okay, so I am Teresa with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. I have been with Guaranteed Rate Affinity for about 6 months. I have a 26-year history in the mortgage industry. And if I ever hit 30 years, I will stay at 30 because then I'm really dating myself. But anyway, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about a product that we just got recently at Guaranteed Rate Affinity. The bank statement program is back. So we can now do bank statement programs with 12 months of bank statements. Guess what? We can go to $3 million and up to 90% loan to value. So within only 10% down. Now, some of the highlights of this product is if you're a business owner, for example, we can use business bank statements for 12 months. And you have to be at least a 50% owner for us to use that. We are going to deduct any expenses and then take 50% of the business bank statements, which is your ownership. If you are self-employed, we can use 100% of your personal bank statements, but let's say you're like a 25% owner, that's the minimum in order to get as a, well, let's say you have a partner, a 1065 partnership return. As long as you're 25% owner, we will take 25% of that on your, those are the business statements, but if it's your personal statement, we will go up to 100%. Some of the highlights are we do go as low as a 640 credit score. With the 640 credit score, we're only going to go to 80%. This is for a purchase, this is for a refinance, and this is for a cash out of your primary home or a second home, by the way. So these are for primary homes and second homes. It can be a single family, it can be a duplex, it can be a condo, a townhome, so it's very versatile. Scores again as low as 640. Let's see if I hit 30-year fixed rate is what the product is. Let's see, 2 to 4 units as well. Minimum credit score 660 again. And you have to have at least 6 months of reserves when you close. That can also be, that can come out of your business bank statement based on your percentages. And does anybody have any questions?
What kind of interest rate are you talking about?
So rates are as low, for example, if you have a 760 score, you're talking about 3.25 up to 4.8, depending on your loan to value. So 90% will obviously be a 4.875 rate. If you're at a 50% loan to value, you're about 3.25 on that. And then it goes like 740 has a little bit of a change, 4.99 with a 740 score. With a 720 score, you're about 5.25 based on the 90% loan to values. But the lower the loan to value goes, the better the interest rate,
Awesome.
for sure.
And just one clarification, great for those that just write everything off on their taxes. So we don't have
Yes.
to use the tax returns, just purely go off that income that's on the bank statements off those deposits. So it gives us a real opportunity to close for people who otherwise wouldn't be able to if we were just looking at their tax returns.
I have a question.
Yes,
So when you said 3 million, are you saying $3 million loan value, like that someone could buy a property? Is that what you're saying with this?
it goes up to a $3 million purchase price based off of that. Clay, did you want to say something?
No, just,
Oh.
Mike, at least you want.
Yes, no, you come talk about the hike.
Okay. Thanks,
We'll be
everyone.
quick.
I talk way too much around here. I talk way too much in general.
So for those of you who haven't seen, we're gonna do an awesome hike. I went and tested it out on Sunday, and I gotta tell you, it's the best bang for your buck hike. Meaning the amount that you hike, the views that you get, you can't beat it. This Buffalo Peak, I'd heard about it from my son, but you get up there, you just have views, just this all around you, panoramic. And it's only about a half mile each way. The first half is really mild. The second half gets a little bit steep, but even that first half, it's really spectacular. And I think we're gonna meet 8:30 in the Harmon's parking lot. We're gonna have tons of drinks, snacks, bagels, fun stuff afterwards as well. So be there Friday, 8:30. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It'll be fun. And bring
Yes.
your kids. If your kids are home, like my husband will probably come. My kids will be out running, just 9 miles
Yeah.
at 8:30.
Oh, jeez. This would be, I just skip right up this.
Yeah,
My kids loved it though. And there are tons of wildflowers out right now. And it's just yellows, purples. It's beautiful.
it is a
Beautiful.
beautiful view.
It really is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so awesome.
Cool.
Okay.
See you guys there.
I'm having a hot flash or something because I'm dying of heat. So I'm bringing my chair over here. So I don't pass out. All right. Oh. What is going on my laptop? Okay. All right. I just want to give a plug to Guaranteed Rate. These guys are really, really good, and we're really lucky to have them. And they aren't just here to buy us treats and snacks. They're here to do loans for us. And we haven't had a lender in our office for a really long time that people felt like they could really trust and utilize as a valued resource. And I think that these guys are the ticket. So I would love to see you guys give them a chance. If you've got a borrower that comes without a lender, give them a chance, see what a great job they do. They come with tons and tons of experience. And what I love about using our partners is that we are always the top priority, right? Like you're never going to have a loan. Well, you will. You'll have loans that just go super smoothly, right? We all have had a deal that just everything works, but we're always going to have deals that maybe there's a hiccup along the way. But I have been able to call Clay and say, hey, we've got a hiccup on this deal. Can you jump in and get it taken care of? And their response is just fantastic. So I really want our office to get behind Guaranteed Rate and support them. We always go with this idea that people will use those who they know, they like, and they trust. And that's why Guaranteed Rate is doing all of these things. They're supporting us at our party. They're supporting us and doing these team building experiences, not just so they can butter us up. We all say, oh, another lunch appointment with the title company or another lunch appointment with a lender, but there's a reason. They're trying to help you know who they are, trust them, and have an opportunity for them to help you in your business. And that's really what they're here to do. So let's all give Guaranteed Rate a chance, because I think that we really hit the target this time. I'm really excited. So anyway, thanks to Guaranteed Rate. That's my little plug. I'll get off my soapbox. Okay, let's talk coaching and confidence. You guys, if you missed the rollout of the Real Sure program, there is one today at 11 o'clock. So as soon as we're done here, we actually had an agent use Real Sure in a listing appointment. She had somebody who had tried to sell their home for sell by owner, and they bombed out. Their buyer bombed out, and they have to have the money to close on their home in 2 weeks. And so she was able to get them an offer from Real Sure overnight, sit down the next day, do a listing presentation, present the Real Sure offer, and they were actually really pleased with the offer. In the end, they decided to do a bridge loan and to go ahead and buy their other home and list this one after they do some updates. But she thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to get this terrible offer. It's going to be way below value. It actually was a really good offer. So it isn't for everybody, but it is for some people. So make sure you're utilizing this. If you don't know about it, June 22nd, so today at 11, and then July 1st at 9. there's another one rolling out. It's about 30 minutes. So, and you can sign up in Sales Pro. Just a reminder about our really cool new forms, because who doesn't love a new form? This is in Loop. I know that we're all irritated by these, but remember the reason that we have these forms now is to protect you, right? It's because they're seeing lawsuits and complaints rolling into the state because agents are writing up offers at the request of their buyers, waiving all their contingencies, putting earnest money down hard. We all know that we feel uncomfortable with what we're having to do to get buyers' offers accepted. I've had this conversation with many of you. This is simply a disclosure that is one more line of defense telling your client, if you do a non-contingent offer, this is what it means. It means that that $25,000 of earnest money you have, you will lose it if this deal doesn't go through. So these are just really important things for you to know as a professional, to be able to share with your clients. So there is one in the buyer packet and there's one in the seller packet. And if you have a buyer that chooses to make a non-contingent offer, then this is the form that we want them to sign, that they realize they are making a non-contingent offer and what that means. So it just helps us be better at our jobs. So change the way you look at it instead of, one more form. This is a protection and it helps your client understand. It helps you be a little bit better at what you're doing. All right, transaction tips. It's time for Elisa and Michelle. Come on down, Elisa. Yes.
Well, I don't have any transaction tips. I get to.
Yes, you do.
No, this is not a tip. This is reality.
Elisa, tell them you have a transaction tip.
No, it's reality. It's not a tip. Okay, so what we're seeing more and more, and this is just an FYI, more and more with wires, and the company's going wires, both earnest money and commissions. Is that if your client's name is on the wire anywhere, the banks are now doing fraud prevention and they're going to start asking for personal information. I've had this more and more and people are getting agitated. It's not a Coldwell Banker thing. It is a bank thing.
And it's in every bank thing. We've
And
seen
it's
it
in
from
every
Wells
bank
Fargo,
thing.
Bank of America.
All of them are asking. So just beware. If the title company puts your client's name on the wire anywhere, they will at some point get flagged. I'm not saying every one of them, but it's becoming a norm now. And it's like, they're going to ask for, what are the things that we've asked? Birthdays, legal name. Sometimes I get asked for social security numbers. It just depends on the bank and what they're looking for. And so I just want you to know it's out there. It's starting to become a norm. And please don't yell at me. Thank you.
And so the first time it happened, we were just like, what the heck is this? Why are they asking for this information? And what they told us was that there are certain names that are flagged in the system that have done illegal. They're on like a watch list, right? And so if you have a name that is similar or close to that, then they're going to flag you and they're going to want more information before they release the money. In this case today or yesterday, it's an agent's commission because it has that client's name on it.
Yeah.
It's an agent's commission that the title company cannot wire to us now until we get that information.
The title company wires it with all the information.
Yes,
So it
sorry.
wires it with the client's name, the agent's name, the property address, all that, and then the bank holds it because it has that one name on it.
Yeah.
So it's sitting and holding, and they will release it after, I don't know, a week or two. But if you don't give them that personal information, they won't release it. So the only way I can see to combat it is just asking title to just keep clients' names, your name off of it. It's from the title company to Coldwell Banker. I don't seem to have any issues when it's just has that information on it. So they can have the property address and everything.
Yeah.
But I just keep names off of it.
If you remember, tell your title company.
Yes.
Don't put any names on this. Just send it over with the property address.
Yep.
So
on my funder right now.
good. You go, Bryce.
Yeah.
All right, Michelle. I forgot. I need to move my.
I'm doing my deal.
Yes, weren't you talking about something else?
No.
Oh, okay. Then you wait, because we have I have your own My Deal slide. Okay. We're quite the Horse and pony show today, aren't we? All right, just a reminder, this Thursday is this Coldwell Banker commercial chatter is what they're calling it. It's about cannabis, cannabis, I can't talk. And they have a couple of special guest speakers. They have an attorney, they have some agents that are actually going to talk about this growing industry. So if this is something that you're interested in, or is this something that you want to know about, it is in Utah, it's in all the surrounding states. So it is probably something that we should at least be aware of. So join in tomorrow. I can send you the link. If you're interested, just shoot me an email and I will send you the link.
Question on that.
Yes, sir.
Are we allowed to represent cannabis companies? Like in my company, Cushman Wakefield, Los Angeles, we couldn't represent a buyer or a lessor or lessee, someone that wanted to lease space because it's still federally a crime. So I didn't know if Coldwell has. something
I think
specific on that.
we're probably okay, or we probably wouldn't be
Doing a training.
doing the training on it. Yeah, because this is actually a Coldwell Banker agent that's
Oh, cool.
one of the speakers. So yeah, so I think we're okay. Just to be safe, when you have somebody that this is when you are representing somebody on a business transaction that involves cannabis, let's just run it through our legal department and make sure we have our I's dotted and our T's crossed.
Cool.
I never thought in a million years I would actually talk about marijuana in the state of Utah. Like, wow, we're so progressive, aren't we? Not. So, all right, good question. All right, so with that, I want to talk about, I actually was going to talk about this when we were doing our forms. I want to talk about what we're seeing. I just want to have an open discussion about what we're seeing. So all of you guys that are at home, feel free to unmute your mics. And I just want people to throw out a couple of different things that they're seeing in offers that are either coming into their listings or what they have started to write in their offers that they are submitting to different sellers. I think that it's good for us to hear from each other because we're all in so many different scenarios with different kinds of buyers and different kinds of listings. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to share with what you're seeing out in the industry. So unmute your mics and feel free to speak. You people here too. Who do we have? We have Roger, Sanjay, Skylar, Helene, Cindy. Anything new that you guys are seeing, Mike? Anything interesting that you've seen?
I'm not agent, but I am seeing listings staying on the MLS longer.
Yes.
They aren't, I mean, we had like 11,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to see it.
Yeah. Skylar, and then I think Helene had her hand up.
Had a condo listing 2 weeks ago and we went under contract for 10,000 over appraisal. So we don't even know the price until today or tomorrow.
Yeah. Did you put, did they put a floor in there?
Yeah, we countered a floor. They didn't, but we countered a floor.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more of the appraisal floor used. That,
Yeah,
that
I had
addendum.
both. I had 2 listings 2 weeks ago, both we needed to counter floors. Both have a lot of appraisal language in them. And we were not even considering any offer that didn't have cash over appraisal. So one was as high as 45,000 over appraisal.
I think that gives us hope though that the seller chose one that was only $10,000 over appraisal.
20.
20, okay. Hey, that's better than 45.
Why 20 and not 40? Why, what was the other thing?
The competence of the lender and agent on the other side, larger non-refundable earnest money.
I love that you said the competence of the agent on the other side of the deal. It really does make a difference.
Well, these sellers are, they love, I mean, they think I'm a superstar, so I was able, it mattered what I said. Some won't, like I've had sellers take a different offer than I would have, but there was a significant gap in competency on both of those offers.
Yeah, that's great. Helene.
I just noticed that there's a little bit fewer offers, but multiple offers still, those deals are still getting multiples. Just talking to some listing agents, I was researching listing, I figured out that they were getting 3 to 5 offers instead of 15 each one.
Yeah, I feel like Adana got those 35 offers over the weekend, but I feel like that's not common over the last several weeks. That's not what we've been seeing. I think maybe that particular property was a little bit unique in that regard.
The one condo, we only got one offer, that 10,000 over. Granted, it was only on 2 days. We would have had more. We were the
Yeah.
cheapest property in Utah County. And I would have expected way more than what we got.
Yeah. That's awesome. Anybody else? So we had this conversation yesterday in Action Monday, not Action Monday, Real Success Monday. That's our new name. Remember, no more JTM, no more Action Monday. So it's Real Success Monday. And the conversation was about buyers who are worried about getting into the market, right? We know it's a tough market. It's all over the news. Everywhere you turn, you know how hard it is to get a home, especially as a first-time home buyer in the state of Utah. So these new agents are asking the question, what do I say when I'm talking to a prospective buyer that says, I think I'll just wait and I'll save money. I'll save a bigger down payment so that I'm, more competitive, even if they have even a small little down payment, they just want to add to it. And I'll wait for the market to drop. So what's the conversation? I know you guys have all been asked these questions, right? And I'm anxious to I'm going to have you guys with guaranteed rate at the end, just talk a little bit about the interest rates right now in the market and why it might not be a good idea to wait and save and how that all plays out. But Roger.
Most people can't save fast enough because prices are going up.
Yeah, what you guys couldn't hear at home, Roger Hardy shared with us that most people can't save fast enough because the prices are increasing so much that they can't keep up with the.
To go along with Roger, show a graph, show them.
Yeah.
The last 10 years and say unless you could save 130,000, whatever it was, 131,000 was our average equity increase from last year to this year. Unless you make 200,000, you're not saving 130,000 in the next year.
Yeah. Our own Elisa Perry, we had this conversation last week. How much do you think you've earned in equity in the last 2 years?
100,000.
And how long have you been in there?
I bought it November 2019, right before coronavirus hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
Another thing that I've heard and something to talk about when people say, well, I'll just rent or I'll just save and things like that, to piggyback on what they said. I mean, the average home is going up $5,000 a month. So not only are they thinking, hey, well, I'm gonna just pay this rent and save, they're not paying the $2,000 of rent. They're paying $2,000 plus the $5,000 that the house has gone up. They're paying $7,000 a month because that's not equity that they're gaining.
Yeah.
So when people say, well, maybe I should just rent and wait for a bubble, tell them that rent is costing $7,000 a month.
Yeah.
And going up.
Yeah. And they're almost as hard to get a rental as it is to to buy a home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I heard it in that sense, I was like, wow, like that.
Yeah.
That it's different.
Yeah. That's a great perspective, Bryce.
And then I think Jerry talked to us about the different ways that there is assistance using getting FHA approved and using housing. You can get into, you don't have to have a ton of money saved up for that. And it's still a better deal to get, if you can get in, get a property using 100% financing, Utah housing, then it is to rent. So you have to pay that, but it's still worth a good deal. So
When someone if you ever want your blood to boil, just read the comments on a real estate article on Facebook where all these people think that it's all gonna crash. It's all over.
Yeah.
And somebody commented and made a great point. If it goes up 50% this year and drops 30% overnight, next year, you're still out, you're losing, you're down 20%.
Yeah.
There's your bubble. You're up, you only lost 20% instead of 50.
Yeah.
So there's a zero chance of anything happening like there was before. Yeah, we might go down, but that example is very clear. If we go up 50 and drop 30 overnight, you still lost.
Yeah.
The best advice I've ever gotten in my life was the best time to buy real estate is right now, because I mean, even the.
Or yesterday.
Yeah, or yesterday. You can't go back, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if people just say, well, yesterday, well, then you're just gonna be months,
Yeah.
years. So the best time is now, because whether you're the average person, not most people stay in their homes now from 5 to 7 years. At the average of your home, even if it drops somewhere, if you stay in your home for 7 years, you're still above what it was.
Yeah.
First, so even if you buy in the high,
Mhm.
7 years later, you'll be back up higher
Mhm.
than where you are.
And it's a forced savings. program.
Yes, for sure.
And so that's the other thing, you have to pay that principal out, that's a forced savings program, that's another big nice.
Yeah.
And interest rates, your money, your 100,000 in 2 years is worth 80, so.
Yeah,
And the only way to battle inflation is an interest rate increase, so we're gonna have one eventually. So it just makes tons of sense.
Well, that's-
what, yeah,
I think that's exactly right. The Federal Reserve just met this last week and they anticipate, this is the first time in years that they said, we anticipate it going up at the end of 2023. Now, some of them voted to raise that at the end of 2022 because with all this stimulus, it devalues the dollar, which creates inflation. And that inflation, like you said, the only way to combat that is to raise interest rates. So interest rates will go up. We are at historic lows. And when COVID first hit and we had that big year, property values went up 7 to 9%. Well, because rates dropped down, your payment went down 13%. So your payment on that same house was still lower than it was the year previously because rates had decreased enough. The other thing that we've done to combat, and we've saved some bills this way, when you have that shortage where, hey, we have to pay so much over the appraisal, 401k funds. You can use 401k funds and borrow against those. It does not count against your debt to income ratio because it's your own money. You don't get penalized for borrowing against those 401k funds. And it's a way that we've been able to get creative to help people figure out a different way to come up with some money to save that and to pay above and beyond what that appraisal may come in.
yeah,
And then, of course, a lot of people have been more generous about gifting as well, family members and others. Knowing the market, knowing where it's headed, we've seen more people kind of, parents and family, and even employers, get more generous about gifting funds as well.
yeah. Great tips. If you've got a buyer that's out there and they're scared, these are great tips that you can share with them. So real estate year over year, decade over decade is a smart investment. I think everybody, I mean, 2008, that period of time was unprecedented, right? And so I think we all think it's going to happen again. And all the economists that I've listened to over the last several months say this is not a bubble. This is very different than what happened in 2008. So,
On that Dave Ramsey bubble video from Grant.
oh, that's right. Yeah, that was really interesting. That is on our Global Banker office page. So if any of you want to watch that and then share it.
Change their mind.
Yeah, it's really good information. So yeah. Any other thoughts or questions? Michelle, is there anything in the chat? Okay. All right. Let's start to wrap up because I got my boys calling me from the top of Kings Peak. That's the only time I can talk to them is when they're at the top of Kings Peak. So they did 12 miles yesterday and then hiked Kings Peak today. Tomorrow's their fishing day. So they get to relax. My husband's he's a slave driver, man, when they go on these. Okay, so you guys, if you missed Susie Orman, it was really fun. She had some really great tips. You can get the link on wealthbuilderexpo.com and it will be available until July 16th. And this was open to everybody, not just real estate agents. So if you have family members or people that you think it would be valuable to share with, you can go ahead and share that publicly as well. So till July 16th, you can go to wealthbuilderexpo.com and watch that if you missed it or share it with people. Things about our culture of awesomeness. You guys, our new book for this month is Tiny Habits, the small changes that change everything. And Christy Dimmick will be leading our book club discussion, and that will be on July 13th. So anybody that wants to participate, it's $13 on Amazon. And it's by BJ Fogg. So I will post this on our office Facebook page as well. But we had a great discussion, really good information this last time, some great ideas. So we'd love to have you guys. She says it's a really easy read, but she loves it. It's one of her favorite new books. And that's saying a lot because she reads like a book every week. So like a self-help business book. The girl's crazy, crazy smart, crazy smart. Is she on? You're crazy smart, Christy. And crazy ambitious. All right, Gen Blue registration opens today. So it's going to be in New York, October 4th through 7th. If you are going to register, will you tell me so I know who's going? But I am going to be there. Most of our managers will be there and it should be a lot of fun. So always a really good time. Our kickoff is going to be at, oh my gosh, Radio City Music Hall. was gonna say Rockefeller Center, but that's where the Today Show is. It's Radio City Music Hall is where our kickoff will be, but they're always really fun. So I'd love to have you guys join me. And that opens up today. Just a reminder that they are now opening up submissions for the Coldwell Banker Awards. These are national awards. And let me tell you what some of the awards are. And we would love to have people from Utah. There's the 30 Under 30, which honors the next generation of Coldwell Banker powerhouses. The Chandler Barton Spirit Award, that's for agents who display innovation, creativity, and perseverance despite obstacles or setbacks. The Preserving the Trust Award, which is for real estate members who have had an enduring impact on the real estate industry, and Coldwell Banker Heroes. So that honors individuals, branches, operating companies that have extraordinary service and really take pride in their community. So those are the national awards, and they'll be given out at Gen Blue. So if you know somebody that you'd like to nominate, or you think that we should make sure they apply for these, let us know and let's do it. It'd be great to have somebody from Utah on there. Right, we wanted to share, oh, and I forgot to bring my list. So we are doing events again, woohoo! So excited, we actually have our Christmas dinner and skating. I don't have a slide for that, but I'm gonna tell you when it is, so you can put it on your calendar and not plan any other events. It is on December 9th, and that's for you and your family. And it's dinner at the Marriott and skating at the Gallivan Center in downtown Salt Lake. And then they'll have some rooms available as well if you want to stay overnight. And if you do that and you are one of our on-track qualifiers, and we have a really cool event that will be the next night, it looks like we're going to be able to go see Jim Gaffigan. So these are how you become an on-track qualifier. So it's individuals with at least 50,000 in GCI, which is gross commission, or 8 units for individuals. And then our small teams are 175 or 15 units in a single quarter. So our next event is going to be August 19th, and this will be a private reception at the I cannot say this name, the Natural History Museum. Braces have made everything weird for me, and not being able to talk is really hard for me. So this will be August 19th. There's a cocktail reception, and then we have the whole museum to ourselves, so it should be really fun. So I will notify all of you who our on-track qualifiers are. They're going all the way back to 2020 so that we make sure everybody gets honored and awarded. So we're really excited for that. Another thing, oh, that was our cool slide that I made for our hike. Don't forget our hike coming up. Also part of our Wealth Builder, or our Culture of Awesomeness. And then the Platinum Club. So Platinum Club is for agents who help us grow our agent population with really good agents. So you'll notice Michelle will give you a call and she'll say, how'd you like this agent that you just closed the deal with? Is this an agent that would fit in our Coldwell Banker family? And we want to know the truth, because those are the agents that we want to target, and there's some agents we want to stay away from. So we want to know either way where they fall. But if you help us recruit 2 agents over the 2-year period, and one of those agents just does one deal, then you qualify for the Platinum Club. In addition to the referral rewards that you get from those deals that they do, you qualify for the Platinum Club, which is an overnight stay at the St. Regis in Deer Valley and a really cool cocktail reception. Yeah, it's super cool, you guys. I only get to go to the cocktail reception. Only the agents get the overnight stay. So this is really fun. Just another way for us to say thank you. And we also, it's another option for people who maybe they're not big producers, but this is a way, so they're not going to win the Sun Valley trip or any of those things. But this is a way for you to be recognized and have some success, in addition to the extra money you get every time one of those agents closes a deal. So that's not too bad either. So that's coming up on Friday, September 10th. Okay, Michelle. Michelle has her My Deals. Our agents are doing so good.
They are. There was only one again who didn't, I'm like, not sure how tall I need to be.
There, you're so cute.
I'm like, I don't want it just here. Okay, so Michelle Miller, Rod and Shelley, Kathy, Karen, Carrie, Grant, Cindy. I knew I had the right list because Cindy was on there. Veronica and Katie Wade. And our winner is Grant. Woohoo! Okay, I'll put that card in your file. It's not in the phone, but.
Awesome. Okay, and thanks for getting your paperwork turned in, you guys. It's awesome. Okay, just a reminder, registration opens July 1st for the UCAR Luau. We'd love to have everybody there. It's $10 a person, and every agent can bring one guest. How'd you like that? One guest. Every agent can bring one guest.
2 total.
Not confusing. Yes, 2 total.
Yeah.
I just didn't know I was ahead of the curve there. So it's going to be really fun, you guys. It's a catered dinner and some great performers. So, and just a reminder to please donate to our Coldwell Banker Community Foundation. All the proceeds go to different charities. We talked about it last week. We've done the Ronald McDonald House. We've done Ballet West. We've done Habitat for Humanity, People Helping People, Utah Vision Day, Humane Society, Ohana Beginnings. And if you have a passion project that you love, then we would love to present that. Ryan Olson and Karen Curtis are representatives from our office on the Community Foundation. And I think let's do upcoming listings. Does anybody have an upcoming listing or a buyer need that they want to share before we call it a day?
This is Kathy. I've got a couple.
Excellent, Kathy. Hello.
Good morning. I've
Take
just
it
been
away.
listening to you in my Jeff's doctor's appointment. So the nurses have heard you. One nurse walked in and said, you know what, I burned through 3 realtors in the last year because they can't find me a house. I thought that was an interesting topic.
And you
Anyway.
said, I'm not your agent.
Yeah, I was like, no, that one I just wanted to run from. Personally. Anyway, I got a cute little house coming up in Payson. It's about 2,080 square feet, 4 bedroom, 2 bath. It'll be right about 360. Cute little house coming up on probably Thursday. And then a home in West Valley City. They just totally updated the whole thing, paint, bathrooms, carpet. It's really pretty with a great outbuilding. It'll probably be going on for about 450. 6 bedrooms, 3 baths in that one.
Awesome. You're killing it, Kathy.
Thank you. We're trying.
That's fantastic. Erin, I saw you with your hand up.
If all goes well today, I will sign a client. I'm 99% certain that this is going through on their listing. We'll probably list it at about somewhere between 850 and 900 in Sandy, 4,500 square foot house, 4 bedroom, 3 car garage, half acre. It's not too shabby.
It's not actually a bad price in Sandy for those amenities. That's awesome.
It could use a little updating, which is where I'm not sure if we're going to go 850 or what. I mean, there's other houses on the street. It's one of those road names that I think people remember, KSEL. Like when you've seen it, you just like that name sticks in your head. If you've ever seen that road name, KSEL.
How do you even say that?
I've never known. And she still hasn't ever said it to me. So I don't know. I'm always like, is it KSEL? Is it Cell? I don't know.
That is funny. Okay, that sounds like a great house.
So hopefully we'll probably need to like wait till next weekend to actually do an open house, just because I have a feeling we're going to need to do some work. But I'm excited for it.
Okay, fantastic. Way to go, Erin. Anybody else? Anyone with some listings that are maybe sitting that we need a little more, we need some eyes on? Cindy Pennington.
I have listings that are sitting on, have to sell. Come to Heber.
They're really nice listings. 2, right? 2 listings in Heber between
$2 million.
$1 million.
$1.5 million will get you one of them.
$1.5 million. Is that the newer one? That's the older one. Okay. There's one that's a little more cabin country feel, but still really nice. And
Great
then
lot.
the other one is, both of them have fantastic lots and great locations. So the other one's newer, like 3 or 4 years old, right? Not even 3. Yeah, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. So great listings. Anybody else? Any other listings that we want to talk about? All right, you guys. That is it. That's all I have. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming live. Thank you for coming online. And hopefully we'll see you all at our hike this Friday at 8:30. Don't be scared. Everyone's doing it. Oh, as is our staff, who will not be here to answer your questions in the morning. So you might as well come on the hike with us because they won't be here to help you.
They
Okay.
can help you on the hike.
Bye, guys. Yeah, we'll answer your questions while we hike.